Punch Out Boxing, delighted to be here with Johnny Clark after the Relentless show, and it was great to see your friend Ozzy do what he always does, put on a great show to close it.
Yeah, warrior mode. But it's crazy because the last time we spoke, my show was so different to what it was today. Do you know what I mean? Like we're talking about who Ozzy's fighting, who Ursa's fighting, who Dorian's fighting, you know, and it just changes in 3 weeks, you know, and to put on that show after all them changes, that's what being a small hall promoter's about. But some people will just fuck this and quit. You know, our show's done. I put too much into it, you know, and I'm quite clever as well now. I can see what fights are in trouble. I can see what fights, when you tag people in posters and give them media attention, they don't want it, you know, that fight might not happen. Do you know what I mean? So there's little things that you see and you line people up. And I'm really proud of how I act as a promoter as well, because see them boxers there, I didn't let them down, where other promoters would have cancelled the show. You know what I mean? But I didn't, and this was the first show that didn't lose money, you know? So great.
It's all a learning process, isn't it? Yeah, but why did the Southern Area fight with Old School fall through?
He retired. He retired off the sport. Do you know how hard we fought for that title for him as well? Because he got a draw in his last fight and he'd been inactive, they weren't going to pass him. So we tried our absolute hardest, me and his manager. Listen, retire is obviously reasons that are serious, so I'm not slagging him off. You know what I mean? But it's just heartbreaking I done his promos that cost me a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? I done a lot for him, you know, and it was because of Oz, really, weren't it? So I'm glad that Oz still managed to fight, still didn't have to pay an opponent to fight either, and still got like a decent little split on his money. Shame it weren't for the Southern Area, he deserved it, but listen, he's now fighting for the Southern Area on the next show.
Yeah, before we come on to that, would the board not sanction Liam? Because I thought he was an impressive loser tonight.
Yeah, to be fair, like I thought he deserved to fight for the Southern Area. It was because he needed one more win to qualify to fight for the Southern Area. But listen, I think they should have just sanctioned it. He deserved to say he lost in the title fight rather than he just lost. You know what I mean? It sounds different, doesn't it?
All right, well, Liam will come back. He showed a lot, and
He can win whenever he wants. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a game opponent, and like Harley Collison, and Morgan Sellamuthù, they're game, and you don't get that in boxing. Like people like yourself see it because you're in the sport, but people outside don't really see the ins and outs of it. And people like Morgan, Harley, and obviously him, he's welcome back here, more than welcome back.
Absolutely. So is that a fight with Alex Ransom Cole locked in? Because he turned up tonight, so that's usually a clue.
Turned up, shook my hand, and there it is, 7th of September.
All right, well, that'll be a great fight. Yeah, I've followed both guys.
Trying to close the door. That's all right. Can you reach? Okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, we look forward to that. Back here or Brentwood, is it?
Brentwood's on the 7th because so many title fights, so many fights that I needed 12 slots and you can only have 10 here. And I want to keep it fun and interesting. Don't want to do the same thing all the time. I want to make my brain work more as well. I've got my setup here now how I like it. And Brentwood, I've got that how I like it. So looking forward to going back to the old stomping ground, you know, and putting on a great show. But I loved it here tonight. You know, when you come, you'll call. Like I haven't seen that. I've seen that atmosphere in here once before at a GBM show for Lily Winch, but I never felt it before. And then to have it on my show, like, fuck yeah, couldn't have him and Lily Winch on the same show. Bassie was brilliant.
Absolutely. You mentioned Morgan Sellamuthu, his fight with Kevin Revell. Again, absolute banger. I mean, that was worthy of a title as well.
Yeah, it's a shame there weren't one on it, but Morgan has to keep doing what Morgan does, you know what I mean? And he'll qualify for a title soon. And Kevin is meant to be fighting on the next show for a title at Silver Commonwealth. So hopefully he wants to do that rather than a rematch, you know what I mean? Because he might want to write that because it's a draw. But I would, if I'm his manager, I'm telling him fight for the title. What's wrong with you? You know, yeah, you won that fight in my eyes. You know what I mean? I thought he won 5-3, but fight for the title. Go and give your son a belt. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, and they can revisit it thereafter.
Yeah, they can defend it against him. If Morgan wants to cover the fees, and that's what boxing's about, money, he can rematch him there. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Your other friend, Nina, had a hard night's work. She got hurt in the second round, dropped in the final round. And I don't know, Ashleen, her response was odd after the knockdown. Like she didn't know what to do.
She cried, and unfortunately, when I see her crying, everyone's like, "Oh, she's crying." I said, "Hold on a minute." I said, "This young lady has come to the UK, packed her bags, come to the UK. I'll see the flight, to see the journey. She come a couple of months ago to my last show, and she's give up everything to come here, be a boxer, be on the road and make money, you know." And then she knew Nina. She was following Nina around like she was her fan in the weigh-in and that. She couldn't believe it, you know. And she gave it her all today. And I thought, draw at the worst. She didn't get the win. She didn't get the draw. And I'm sad for her that she didn't get to say that she beat Nina. Do you know what I mean? Because what she went through, like that moment, she'll probably treasure for her whole life. And she's got a highlight reel drop, knock down, but not knock out, unfortunately for her. But yeah, it's a brilliant memory for her, isn't it? It's what boxing's about, you know. Them stories of people coming over here and leaving their family behind. They never really have a happy ending, most of them. She could have had one there, you know what I mean, and gone back on the road and done her thing. She gave it her all tonight, and I think Nina looked her age, unfortunately.
So what do you think? She's has to have a good hard think about whether she wants to carry on or just target other girls who maybe are also coming to the end of their careers.
Yeah, the thing is, I think this one was to get a win and go on MVP and fight for a title as an opponent, but I don't think it's worth it. I think she's all right money-wise, so does she need that for her health-wise? You only get one life, and she's got a young family, hasn't she? So keep it. See you later.
All right, well, important decisions for Nina to make. Mixed fortunes for a couple of debutants. Arjun, what a crowd he's brought. Looks like quite a fighter. Was it Ryan? Rory. Yeah, some reminder.
Shame because his fight got cut last night, and we managed to get it through on my show today. So it's crazy because the amount of paperwork I have to do to get fights over the line, and they don't get it, and then it took one phone call and email to get his fight fully qualified to be on mine, but all the paperwork had been done for the show before. But I wanted to give him a top tier experience. He got it, he loved it, you know, and unfortunately he lost every round by the ref scoring on his debut. And it's a tough fight, but the boy didn't want to come and play. Maybe it's my fault. I tell everyone I want 50-50 fights. I want journeymen to have a go. You know, if you're paying someone to come over, I don't want them to give you an easy ride. Maybe it's my fault, you know what I mean? Because I want everyone to have a tough fight. And that was a tough fight for him. He started really well, and then he got caught with a couple of shots. And I thought, we don't want to have any more of them. And I think his opponent smelled blood and went for it, didn't he? Yeah.
But Arjun, yeah, I mean he's first for a first opponent. That was quite a hard one, Dragoni, but handled it well.
Very proud of him. Ticket selling's one thing. Like, listen, give me something that I haven't had before, and that was my hair standing up on my arms, even though they're shaving there, and the back of my neck. And I was up and I was looking around, and people probably look at this promoter smiling because he got a big ticket seller. Like, I could imagine them all saying that, but it showed like I was thinking, what's he done to get this love? He must be a very nice young man, and he is. You know what I mean? And he can box. Sells a ticket, he can box, and like you see, that gets you titles, because what happens is when you're a boxer, all your ticket sales go to paying the opponent and the belt fees. You can get titles if you sell that many tickets. If you don't, it's very hard to get title fights. It's crazy boxing, mate, crazy sport, crazy business, but that's how it is.
But we all can't help but love it, right? Okay, so we've got the September the 7th to look forward to, so you get a bit of a summer off, well, of sorts. I know you'll be working behind the scene.
Yeah.
Konstantin Ersu's fight cancelled due to injured.
Yeah, November the 30th, we're back here, and he'll be headlining that. Yeah. Unfortunately, listen, what a perfect time for an injury to happen before a fight that can be postponed, and he can also, imagine if that happened just before, I don't know, Pat McCormack, and before he goes on Matchroom, impresses them and gets signed by them, or before Henry Turner in Queensbury. If that had happened there, he would have been upset thinking this is my last chance. But I tell you what he's saying, he has been so mature. I didn't think he was this mature. He's put his head down, he's had the operation, he's got on with it, he's doing his rehab now. Straight away, things have changed.
Come November, a lot could have changed though. I mean, Conor Walker's fighting in June.
Yeah.
If by then he's vacated, Ursu's next fight could be for the British.
Him versus Pat. Pat won the eliminator. We won the final eliminator. So that might be what comes up. Or you never know. I like the Elliot Well fight. I'd love to see that. You know what I mean? So I think he's with boxer now, isn't he?
Mhm.
So maybe nick a fight on there.
All right, exciting times. Okay, September's next, and one more to end the year.
Yeah, September, November. That's it. And then I'm done. Done for the year. And hopefully I'm signed.
All right, well, plenty to look forward to. I know you got some business to attend to, so we'll leave it there. I'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah. We'll do a Zoom as well soon when I've got all the news to give you.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.